Hi, everybody. This is week 15, and this is my user experience testing with Pabulum. And today I have Cody here. Cody, if you would like to introduce yourself, tell me a little bit about how old you are, what you do, how long do you spend on the internet, and
Cool,
things
yeah.
of that nature.
Okay, so my name is Cody Miller. I'm 25 years old. I live in New York City, and I'm a product designer here. A lot of physical products, but sometimes I do some digital products as well. And yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay. Hi, Cody. Thank you for agreeing to participate in a usability test of a new health app called Pabulum. It could take about 30 minutes. Is this still a good time for you?
Of course.
First, I want to let you know that a usability test is a way to test the design and layout of the app for purpose of making improvements, and is not a test of your abilities. We will ask you a few preliminary questions, then give you 3 tasks to complete using the app. In order to get the best feedback, it's helpful to us if you think out loud and talk through your thought process as you move through the tasks. Feel free to ask questions if you have them, but I may not be able to answer. Also, please be as open and honest as possible and don't worry about hurting feelings. We really want your honest feedback to make this app better. Does that sound good to you?
Sounds awesome.
Okay. Preliminary question. Tell us about your experience using smartphone apps. Do you use them? What types of activities do you usually use apps for? And which ones are your favorites?
So I don't use apps for entertainment normally. I just kind of use them for like Uber or these super functional apps. I probably use Uber and Lyft the most. Above kind of like the standard, like my email, Gmail specifically, and the Messenger app in my iPhone. Yeah, but I don't do games. What else? I'm gonna look at my phone. What else do I use? Oh, I do. I am taking a coding class, and they have an app to go along with it. So I actually use that. It's Udacity, which is a cool training app, which I use quite a bit. And then I read all of my news on my phone. I don't really read it on my computer, and I usually do that through the news app, the Apple News app, or Medium, which is an awesome awesome app. I love their app. Oh yeah, and then probably the number one is probably Slack for work.
Okay.
I use that every single day.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
Okay. That's good. Okay. So we're going to start. As you have here is the app. It's this is the first screen you'll see once you download the app.
Okay.
So just take a minute to take it in and give us your thoughts and everything.
Cool. Yeah, I think I like the name. I like the color and the half apple. And clearly I have to make an account here. And normally I try to keep all my accounts consistent, so I would use the sign in with Google.
Okay.
Because I always get confused on my username and password, so kind of using Google. I don't like to use Facebook because I feel like Facebook always tries to share what I do on apps.
Yeah.
So like Google is kind of, I feel like, a more private way to create accounts. But yeah. Should I start?
Yeah, so the onboarding process. Let's say you'd like to use the app to learn more about food sensitivities and how you're affected by food you eat. You're specifically focused on how what you eat affects your mood and your sleep. You're a little concerned that you won't remember to enter this information on a regular basis. So you like to set a reminder 3 times a day for mood and once a day for sleep. Create an account with these settings. So let's begin by going through the process of onboarding and then trying to get to where you would set your reminders.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I would probably sign in with Google.
Okay.
Yeah, I would do that. So do I click on it?
There you go. There's so you have the options. So you have Google, you have Facebook, and then for this you have create an account.
Um, yeah, so I do Google. It looks like a little blue box is appearing at the bottom.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, okay. Create an account. So I put in my first name, my last name, my email, my password, and confirm password. So I assume this would be if I wanted to create an account not through Google.
Yeah.
I think I have to sign in with Google. So that makes sense. And then please enter the email and enter your verification code. Cool. So yeah, like I said, I probably wouldn't do this because I'd use Google. Yeah, I actually don't know why you would have to enter a verification code. I guess you would follow the email verification. It would do it automatically.
Okay.
But I do not understand how that stuff works. So like I said, Google would be my go-to. Okay. What is your goal? Discover food sensitivities, follow a specific diet, track a medical condition, or build healthier habits. Cool. So you told me you want me to set reminders.
We're going to go through the onboarding process, and then I would like you to set reminders.
Okay. So this is still on onboarding.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your goal? Discover food sensitivities, follow a specific diet, track a medical condition, definitely build healthier habits.
Okay.
Cool. So it looks like it just is showing me what I could click on. Then what else would you like to track? Okay. Mood, sleep, discomforts, meds. Discomfort, I don't know what that means.
Okay.
But mood and sleep, that's probably just sleep patterns and if I'm happy or not. And then if I'm taking medications, probably when to take that and when not to take that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but discomfort, I don't know discomfort of what.
Okay.
What is, yeah, okay. Okay, next. We'll remind you to stay on track. Notification settings. We'll remind you to stay on track. So they're gonna keep me on track with food because I want to be healthier. If that makes sense. Okay, next. You're all set. Okay, let's start tracking.
Okay.
Cool. All right. January. Okay. I'm on a 3-day streak, so I must be pretty healthy for 3 days. Your blood sugar was high the last 3 times you ate potatoes. We recommend limiting your consumption of potatoes. So is this tied with like a wearable device or something that can track like my body measurements?
Yes, you can do that.
Is that a question I can
that's a different question. I'm not sure if I should answer or not answer, but I think you'll discover.
Okay.
You'll discover those.
Unless I told you that I told the app that I was eating potatoes.
Yeah.
All right, and you missed a meal. Okay, that I always miss meals. I'm not a big eater, so I know I need to be better with that.
Okay.
It looks like I can add something. So I guess this is add more tracking things. So food or medication. So what medication do you take? All right, I would fill that out. How much? Okay. Oh, I like that. Safe. Got it. Food. Oh, it's a photo. You take a photo of your food. So I feel like if I take a photo of my food, it means that I'm going to be eating it right then.
Not necessarily.
What time did you eat? What did you eat? It's in the photo.
So what do you feel about that? Do you feel like you're someone that would just take a photo and not answer the questions, or would you
it makes sense that I need to tell, tell the app that what I'm eating, and the photo is more maybe just a reminder for me,
Mm-hmm.
unless there's like computer vision built in and it knows I'm eating potatoes because of the photo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Symptom. Are you experiencing any of the following? I always get headaches.
Oh, you do? Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Are you experiencing any of the following? So tell me, app. Cool. Okay, so I can tell you my symptoms. That's cool. So I'm building a profile, it seems like, still. Mood. What's your mood? Pretty happy.
Uh-huh.
Please describe your mood. So I guess I would have to, so I wonder, since it's January, Monday, I would have to fill this out every day.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's what my 3, like if I go back, that's my 3-day streak, is that I filled it out 3 days in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Month. Okay, looks like those are my 3 things. View edits. So I can see what I recorded every day. Okay, that makes sense.
Yep.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
So here we are.
Profile. That is definitely me. I look gorgeous. Cool. All right, that's just like logistics of my profile overview. Okay, it looks like this is just my like main homepage.
Mm-hmm.
Notifications.
So part of our first task is creating an account, and then one second.
No worries.
Well, let me back up a little bit, because it looks like, so this is where you would go for your notifications as part of that whole sign up process. So from here, what do you think would happen? Or how do you feel that this would help you understand that this is where you would go for notifications? Like if you wanted to notify you for every day at such and such time, like.
So I don't know what it would be notifying me on. Like on sleep, is it notifying me to sleep? Like it's like tonight, like in order to get X amount of hours tonight, you need to go to bed in like 2 minutes. Mm-hmm. Meds make sense. That totally makes sense. Like I need to take medication right now, so it's going to notify me. Mm-hmm. Symptoms. I don't know what that means. If you're going to notify me on symptoms, mm-hmm. I feel like that's like an outcome. Food, I guess, notifying me to eat. I don't eat that often. Or if I'm like on a diet, notifying me of like when to like, like those people who like don't eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but like eat small amounts consistently. Maybe like it would notify you when to eat. Mm-hmm. And then notification on mood. Yeah, I don't understand that. I feel like, are you notifying me to be happy? Or to be angry? Like, I feel like you would never notify me to be angry. So I don't know what that means, unless it's like I have like a wearable device and it's like notifying me like, hey, good job, you're happy right now. Mm-hmm. And then sync. Okay, so maybe the sync is with a wearable device. and you can sync it with a wearable device.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so can I click on one of these? Food. How often? Okay, that makes, so food, how often what? 6 times a day to eat, which reminded my diet.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so 6 times, so there's 6, I can choose the specific
Mm-hmm.
time. That makes sense. But I still don't know what they're notifying me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go back. Symptom. Yeah, I don't know symptoms. Like, notify me 6 times a day of my symptoms. Mood. Okay. Sync. Okay, yeah. Some of them I get. I think. So Pabulum is a way to just kind of keep track and be healthy and know, be able to see maybe like changes over long term of like my health or my habits or my diet or something.
Mm-hmm.
Not 100% sure how it gets the data of that. If it is a wearable device, then that would make more sense.
Mm-hmm.
So then it's like always tracking me, and then I can like set up notifications to be notified when, so I'm aware of certain, moods I'm in, or
Yep.
Or maybe a symptom that I'm having. Like, I don't know if a wearable device can tell me that I'm having a headache. So show symptoms is a little weird for me. I'm not sure if I know what that means.
Okay.
And then, I mean, sleep could make sense. Like, I think like if they have those like alarm clocks that have like, I think even the Apple alarm clock is like, there's an alarm for you to start getting ready to go to bed, and then an alarm for you to get up. So it's like, hey, if you want 8 hours of sleep tonight, you need to go to sleep now.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Which I actually like quite a bit. Yeah.
Okay. The next task, you go back to the overview.
Okay.
Okay. So the task here is, it's lunchtime, and you want to enter what you ate for lunch. How would you go about doing this?
Okay, so I'd probably go to the add button, go to food. I would snap a photo of what did I have for lunch? I had this Greek wrap today, so I would take a picture of my Greek wrap.
And you'd click the photo, okay.
Oh, yep, I would take a photo. Oh, that looks I definitely did not have that for lunch. This is salmon, and it looks like quinoa maybe, and fruit. So I would take a photo. I ate that at 12:30, and then I would have to list all the things. So salmon, and add every single ingredients. That's a little tedious. Okay. I don't think I would be consistent with that. I know myself. Unless like, yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
And then I would hit save. Then I'll drop that back down. I'm assuming it would update something on I'm not sure what this graph is, like risk of green and blue. So green is blood sugar. So I'm tracking blood sugar and sleep.
Yep.
So it's like I have high blood sugar. I guess this is time on the x-axis. Okay, cool.
Not very intuitive.
Say that again.
The blood sugar and sleep. Is there something more that you could elaborate on to make that clear?
I guess that's the day that it's tracking. So maybe, if like the middle of the day was noon, this is like 9, like a.m. Or like 3 p.m.
Okay.
What is the overview? Oh. Lunch. So today, you've recorded a meal. Okay, that's what I recorded. Okay. But see, then sleep, if I'm sleeping at noon,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what sleep's measuring. Like, is that how much I'm sleeping, or is a high number or a low number of sleep good or bad?
Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
cool. The fourth thing that we're going to try is the next morning you wake up at 5 a.m. You have trouble sleeping, and you're wondering if it had something to do with what you ate last night. How would you
Okay.
go about entering information about your sleep?
So, so repeat that one more time, Alex.
The next morning you wake up at 5 a.m. You had trouble sleeping and are wondering if it had something to do with what you ate last night. How would you go about entering information about your sleep?
Okay, so it's 5 a.m. So so I want to track something. So I'd add it and then go to sleep. And so if I woke up at 5 a.m., I definitely went to bed early. Um, it was definitely not 2:30 p.m. But so I would update that.
Mhm.
You know, what time did you wake up? 5 a.m. And then I would describe, like, I didn't sleep well because I was anxious that night. And then I would hit save.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's say you, for example, here you're tracking your blood sugar and you want to sync all your devices. How would you go about doing that?
Um, Still not entirely sure what syncing means. I'm guessing that I have more devices. So yeah, there must be a wearable device that's that is tied with this Pabulum app. They think, oh, look at that. Yep. All right, so this looks like a medical device. I don't know anything about blood sugar, so maybe this is like one of those wearable blood sugar measuring, like glucose monitor things. So, okay, easy. Bluetooth. So I would find my device, I would add it, I would pair it, um, and then make sure to sync device. Oh. And I guess it looks like there's two buttons here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, so two devices. Okay, so it looks like it works with multiple different wearable tech I have.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one was medical, and then this one looks like, like a smartwatch.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. I can, with any device that I have, sync it. So then sync all. Okay, cool. That makes sense.
Okay. Let's see. You eat some breakfast and an hour later you feel nauseous. You're already entered your breakfast into the app. How would you go about entering your feeling nauseous into the app?
Um, so again, I would go to the handy dandy plus sign, and then I'm having a symptom. And if I'm feeling nauseous, it's probably stomach ache. So I would add that and then describe my symptoms, like, and then hit save. Okay, so I'm getting a little more. So if I start tracking more of what I'm feeling,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm eating, or how I felt when I wake up, it can sync with maybe some of the measurements it's getting from these wearable devices. So then maybe could understand, like, I can have a better understanding of, like, cause of some of the things I'm feeling, no matter if it's waking up like unrested or having a stomach ache.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. That's what I think this is about.
Okay. So in closing, are there any other thoughts you have about the app that you would like to share?
So yeah, so I think that's what I think the app is about.
Okay.
I think it would be cool to see. So I think there's what I'm confused about is it's recording there's a kind of like two ways the app is getting data, and it's one through a wearable device, or me like actually going to the app and adding symptoms or the food that I ate.
Mm-hmm.
So it might be cool to see what my wearable devices are tracking versus what I've been tracking, and maybe how that can correlate.
Okay.
I'm not sure that. And then also, okay, so I've done all this. I'm on like my 3-day streak. I mean, I see it here. Your blood sugar was high the last 3 times you ate potatoes. We reckon you eliminated. So this is based off all the data, whether it was through a device or me inputting it, and then it gives me suggestions to improve.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. Yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
It might be cool to maybe like be able to search. Like, I feel like what I'm having, my symptoms are not unique. So maybe leveraging what other people have might be cool to see. Like, I could search, like, I constantly get headaches. And then it's like, well, the other 20 million Pabulum users who have constant headaches have this in their app, like diet, or have this in their XYZ, you know? So then I can maybe, because I know that I'm not going to put information in this as consistently to actually get a proper outcome.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe leveraging what, you know, the consistency of other people. But yeah, I think that's about it. Otherwise, I dig it. I think it's cool. I think it would be cool to aggregate all the devices into one space and then have recommendations on whatever it may be, like healthy living. Is a cool thing. So I do feel like, because I do have an Apple Watch as well, and a Fitbit, and I feel like they're just disconnected, and I get data from one and I get data from the other, and having a cool place to aggregate all of that, I think is a smart idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Awesome. All right, Cody. Thank you so much for your time today and the feedback. I'm just going to stop this recording for a minute and answer any other questions that you may have. Okay?